Hey, we're back with another episode of the Disney News Podcast. This is actually, I had to go back and look, episode number 37. Episode 37. And this might be our 1 year anniversary where we started the podcast. We started from ground zero to now.
Close.
So, I mean, I
Happy
haven't done
anniversary. Yeah.
Well, potential anniversary, and I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Taylor, we have somebody chiming in. We have a very special guest on the podcast tonight. Taylor, who's with us?
We have the one, the only, Eric, his company is My Dream Ears. That's what I have on. They have sent us some stuff. They are the coolest ears you will ever have to wear or want to wear in the parks.
He's not making you wear them right now. Is your wife making you wear them? Are you being held against your will? Is somebody forcing you to wear the ears right now?
Who, me?
Yeah, you said I have to wear them. I'm like, I just want to make sure we understand.
Why wouldn't you wear them?
Exactly. And Eric, tell us about yourself, where you're from, and honestly, I need to jump on the bandwagon. Like I'm a day late and $1 short without my ears on, so I apologize.
There you go. You got the comfort line right there, I think.
That's it.
We're a small business. Just basically, me and my wife designed this product line. We're in Chicago. We've tried to manufacture these ears in the United States, but we had to go overseas to do it, just for its technicalities, I guess, and the manufacturing quality that we wanted to achieve. But we're, like I said, local, small business where we're just trying to provide happiness to everyone, that goes to the parks. Trying to be all inclusive to every person that doesn't have an ears option, specifically guys, because we, look at this opportunity where girls and women have, a plethora of options to have that experience. And we just don't feel like what is available in the parks is a masculine product, a product that guys would want to wear. So we made these products so that everyone could participate and enjoy that ears on experience. And I have to say, when we created this product, I thought we made a great product. And then when I took it to the park and I wore them for 12, 14 hours and just walked around and see the joy that, even just little boys, running up and saying, hey, where can I get, the ears, or, really nice ears. Like, even like wearing our product, like the first 5 minutes you get into the park, it just like, people just are like, wow, look at those ears. Like, where'd you get those? And, it's just, I think we made an amazing product that makes you involved with the park experience and really having a great time at the parks.
Man, that's really cool.
I'd like to say something about our Pride ears. And that is that we've decided to put a more masculine take on a Pride ear, because I think that for all the guys out there that are gay, it's very insulting to assume that the effeminate ears represent them. And we want to bring them their ears too. Not, and I just wanted to put that out there. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Bye. No, thank you. Yeah.
That was Carolyn, the actual brains behind the operation.
Behind every, great man is an even better woman or said relationship. Not to, we're not here to kind of, hey, stay in your lane, people, stay in your lane. You got to choose one product. That's it. No. And Taylor, before you got on, Carolyn came on and was giving me an incredible breakdown of the ears and also the inspiration, because like you said, she's the brains, my wife, Lord knows, the brains behind everything. The fact that I actually have a pulse at this time, like I'm still coexisting at the age of whatever, who cares what age I am, who knows, age is just a number, is a feat, is actually something to celebrate. So yeah, but no, she gave us kind of a breakdown of, hey, this, I never had any intention of going to Disney, but as soon as she crossed that threshold, and I think your wife said Disneyland, was it Disneyland that she took?
We went to World.
You went to Disney World. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she broke down the artistry, the talent, the attention to detail, but saw where it was, yes, mother daughter, and majority of females, regardless of age, are wearing, I mean, we have a whole stash. I can only imagine your stash of, Mickey ears for your daughter and actually Taylor he is quite pregnant right now, and he's going to be having a baby in T-minus how many hours
Tuesday.
at this point? Tuesday.
No way.
Yes.
Tuesday,
is
the new
that is
little one will be
fantastic.
joining us.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, and the coolest thing is with these ears, they're comfortable.
Mhm.
When I saw them, I was like, I wonder how they're gonna feel. When I put them on, literally, I feel like I could wear them around all day long, not even take them off, and they're comfortable. They wouldn't cause. I mean, they just feel like they feel comfortable, and things. There are a bunch of things that don't feel comfortable. These feel comfortable.
Mhm.
The engineering involved, I mean, it's not simple. It wasn't like, okay, here we go. We've nailed the design right off the bat. I mean, it took, I think we're probably about 4 years in the making of the entire line and getting the product from manufacturer to the United States. And it involved experimenting with different plastics, different flexibility, different issues regarding like the weight, like because electronics that are involved with the product are they're quite
Oh, no, I have to answer this. Are they talking about the Epcot? 3D?
go ahead. What?
Okay, so I come from a retail background where I designed all kinds of clothing and intimate apparel mostly
Oh, wow.
for a long period of time. And I worked with amazing designers.
Mhm.
So throughout this time, I came with a crew of people who can knock out design. And one was a 3D artist. And so I reached out to him for this. And I'm
Wow.
like, we want Epcot to look like a geodesic dome. Otherwise, I would say something else right now. And he nailed it.
Yeah.
And
These are my favorite, not just comfort, but the compliments, the looks. Like my kids, when they saw my daughter, I have a 9-year-old daughter, she said, "Daddy, Spaceship Earth, big golf ball." And I'm like,
There's the
yes.
coolest one.
These are a head turner.
I would say his name right now, but I don't have his permission. Otherwise, he's a genius. And if we ever break even on this, he's getting a bonus for sure. Okay.
Good.
But anyway, that's where that came from. He's a genius. He can make anything.
Carolyn, I might have to reach out to you because I actually have something in the patent phase right now. It does not have to do with these whatsoever. It is something that goes in theme parks, but
I'd love to. I actually did the specifications to make sure that the fit was right. He just did the 3D, but all the specs to be sure that it was right. And we actually have another fit for children if we ever, were to do that. Anyway, I'd be very happy to help with any technical or visual aspect for sure.
Sounds great.
She's the real deal. She really is the real deal.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
So cool.
She's a dynamo.
Man, the right when I think I know it all, I know nothing, and I get schooled. I get taken to school and back, and that's just kind of how it goes. But given everything with the ears, when you reached out to us and said, "Hey, have this product," I'm telling you something. When you said, "We'll send you this," I'm like, "Oh wow." But even before you sent everything, I could not wait to get my hands on that package. Actually, I didn't send Taylor's ears until this past week because I didn't want to give them up.
Yeah.
I wanted to hold them.
Seriously?
I was holding them hostage. Yes, my children do not touch them. I'm very particular about certain Disney products. I'm very protective over my dream ears, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing: is that I don't think you had the opportunity to take to the parks yet.
Yep,
Right.
that's definitely a glaring issue and something I was going to bring up, but hey, elephant in the room, let's go ahead and address it. So yes, I think you saw some of the posts that I did when I did the Disney Princess Half Marathon, right? Back in February and stayed at French Quarter, did the fun stuff. Yeah, so they were in a bag on the counter in South Carolina. And yes, I'm living up to my reputation of, hey, darn tootin', I forgot my dang ears in South Carolina and here, ding, ding, ding.
Eric asked him who reminded him.
Oh,
I don't know what's happening. There's some kind of feedback. I don't know. It's the
interference
technology in the ears or any some kind of interference. You tell me.
Well, what I want to say is that when you bring them to the park,
yes,
the tension that you get is unexpected, and it's just like, and the darker the park is, I mean, because when the lights go down and these shine when you're in the crowds and when you're, I love taking them on the dark rides, just walking through, like I was just in Disneyland and just, all the Star Wars rides. It was just really fun. And I don't know, it's just a blast. I can't explain how just having the ears elevates and enhances your park experience beyond what you think it's going to do.
It enhances the magic of the parks. It enhances yeah. So in that being the case, and now we are at now, because you sent me a message and said, hey, did you have an opportunity? And I went, of course, hey, here's the ball. I dropped it back in South Carolina or maybe in Florida. And I'm going, hey, let me kick myself all the way back, my 9-hour drive back home. But we go often enough to where this is something we can, because the plan is, it's not just me. It's not just the fact that we're just going to hold on to the ones that we were given to, take a look at, review, and promote. I plan on buying more. When you say you have a potential, not putting pressure on you, Eric, and said, in your company, but when you have potential, kids line coming up, I'm in line. I'm going to be first in line buying 3 pairs for my 3 children.
I would have to say these were really pretty much made for one size fits all.
Yeah.
I think we were talking more of like smaller children, but like an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old can wear these no problem. And
my kids.
What was that?
My kids.
Your kid, yeah. His kids are a good bit younger. I have mine are 14, 9, and 7, so they are the perfect head circumference. See, I don't want to blow your mind with technical terms when I say the words like circumference. Sorry, or if I blew your mind, like I can't believe a guy from South Carolina said the word circumference without saying the C as a K. So, but that's neither here nor there. But no, we are definitely going to be investing going forward. Like I said, Taylor is a DDC member and an annual pass holder. We are gearing towards being potential DDC and annual pass for Walt Disney World going forward. But we go often enough because we do the Run Disney races. We go as a family at least once per year. So the opportunities to not just go to the parks, but to even enhance the experience with the years is tip of the iceberg going forward. So
I just think that, kind of a barrier for the company and the product in general is that we're trying to crack the mold. We're trying to crack that guys can wear the ears and have fun as much as the little girls and the moms. And it's just so everyone can participate. I mean, that's the purpose of this entire endeavor. It really is.
In knowing the history behind it, knowing the inspiration behind it makes it that much more special, because I can only imagine what it's like for you. Now, our version of creating something out of nothing is the podcast. There is nothing, honestly, we just went, oh, here's internet connection, plug in, start talking, and apparently people are somewhat entertained around the world, and you'd be surprised who is more entertained than we ever imagined with this inane, not you, but more just me as opposed to Taylor, the more inane stuff that comes out of my mouth. But to me, it's a true inspiration to know between, something that you and your wife share together, something special, because there's correlation because, I'm all about my family. I'm all about my family, and knowing that, you can, with someone that you truly care about, you love, and that is everything to you, and you're creating something out of nothing, and it's your baby, it's your creation. It's very, very inspiring from my point of view. I'm very respectable.
We hit this as a pretty powerful team. Pre-COVID, we targeted the factory that we wanted to work with. And we flew to China. We've been to we've been to the factories. We've toured them. They're fantastic. They're very modern, very up to date with every safety precaution that you could possibly have. But then COVID hit, and we were very hesitant about putting any of the product, actually the factories changed to making the COVID all types of products to fight COVID. So they went from they changed from developing anything like consumer based to basically fighting the disease. And so that preoccupied them for probably, I don't know, a year and a half. And we just put this on the back burner, and now how we've got all the products now in the United States. We actually have Carolyn just put the mouse hears ears on. If you could see, that's the
very cool. Okay, I like those.
That's without the 100 design.
Yeah, I like those a lot. Those are very cool. Yeah.
So that's gonna hit the stores probably this week.
Okay.
We're waiting for the container to get to our warehouse for that.
Yeah.
But I can absolutely answer any question that you have regarding the production process, or how any pitfalls that we discovered. I mean, it was not an easy road. I have to tell you, developing all these products.
We can go into nitty gritty. We can go into the ins and outs, but I want to go back to COVID. Because you have an idea and you're ready, and you're inspired. You're ready to hit the ground running to get your idea off the ground. What was that transition like? What was the difficulty? That happened. Everything shuts down, and yeah.
Well, we were. It was about May of 2019.
We were in Hong Kong
when we were in China,
and we knew about COVID before America did.
We did because our factory guys,
because
they were warning us
over there.
Yeah,
and we actually got back from. I know Eric's like hitting me in the knee, but we were in Hong Kong right before the Hong Kong riots. We just made it out of there, and we just made it out before the COVID shut down. And so when we got back, oh my God, I started hoarding like nobody's business. And everyone thought I was crazy. And I'm like, you don't know what's coming.
Yeah, our factory guys were warning us.
They were filled up our basement.
They were like, you better prepare now.
With rice and beans and toilet paper. And I was trying to tell everybody. And they're like, what?
Yes.
So,
And I remember, at least, I remember December of 2019 hearing little inklings, what the news in America would kind of give us, right? And I'm like, I don't know about this coronavirus. I'm like, if I want a beer, I'll have a beer. This little innuendo kind of advertising kind of situation. But as soon as, because I work in higher education, and for me, that hit me like a ton of bricks. That shutdown was just literally one day, show up for work. Within an hour, beginning of April, like end of March, beginning of April of 2019, they said, go home.
We were literally like 2 months ahead of that. I was out in the grocery stores telling people,
it really was.
You need to stock up because you're not going to be able to leave your house and shop. And people are looking at me like I'm crazy, but my friends listen.
Yeah.
And
my mom was on the same page with you, because we actually were in Disney World December 26th that weekend, 2019, and we all got sick.
Oh.
And
at the park.
Oh
man.
And we think it was the same kind of deal with COVID, the same type of symptoms, everything. And so when I'm a chiropractor, so my wife's a medical doctor as well as wife Emily is a medical doctor. And so we came back, and as soon as we got back, my mom went online and stocked up on every single thing she could stock up on to make sure that our office could run. Stocked up on food, stocked up on you name it. She stocked gloves, masks.
We did that. We stocked up on everything. Yes.
Wow.
Mhm.
And nobody
And but if you
nobody
didn't,
believed. Nobody
no one
was
believed.
like, yeah.
Yep.
But we were kind of fortunate that we're like, well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we didn't go into production during that time
Yeah.
Yes.
because
okay.
we really thought
Oh my
Um,
God. And then the issues at
well,
Long Beach.
the ports would have been absolutely horrendous. It would.
Oh my God.
I think that would killed us right away
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah.
because you're liable for all those delays,
That's
even
true.
if you can't
Wow.
afford it. Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to pay that bill. Yeah.
No.
Yep.
It's
Wow.
not free staying on the ship, even if you didn't expect the ship to not offload.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. So in regards to, campaigning, getting the word out, and we love getting the word out. We love being able to talk about Dream Ears, and my plan is to not forget to bring the ears, because they were sitting on the table whenever I left for Disney World back in February. Why do we keep talking about it? I don't know. Taylor keeps bringing that up, or I do, because it's called, hey, shame. My apologies. So now that I'm contrite, we're good. No, but beyond all that, what has been is, because I know that y'all sell on Amazon, and I think
Yeah.
also Etsy as well, and through your webs. I'm looking at your website right now.
We
Dream
recently
Ears store. What's been the best way to get your product out?
well, regardless of how you choose to get
Yeah.
the product, it's going to be delivered by Amazon.
Okay.
Because that's where the endpoint warehousing is at, and they have all the logistics to deliver on a
Mhm.
very fast schedule.
Yeah.
So we trust them to deliver our product. So if you're buying on eBay, it's going, or even in the house, it's going to come from Amazon. The Amazon packages will be delivered to
Yeah.
you. Etsy, we actually just stopped using because they have a problem with, I guess, LED lights.
They don't
They-
think that we're a small company. They
Really?
are
Yeah,
they want to be a small in-house, designer, which is amazing because we are literally that. We are me and him and
Yes.
the 3D guy I told you about. So we are
Yeah.
literally a team
Mhm.
of 3.
Oh,
And
wow.
Etsy cancels us because we're too corporate looking,
yeah, they
just to be honest.
yeah, they think we're bigger than we are. Plus, even you're wearing our headbands. The headbands
Yes.
are a hand painted application.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not
Yeah,
painted
you
with
make me
a
wanna look.
brush, but it's hand painted.
Wow.
It's airbrushed. It's
But
airbrushed.
it's
the
still
fade, the black to red fade right here.
exactly.
Yeah, really, yeah.
Yeah. And if you
It's
have
all hand done.
Yeah.
and then if you have our rainbow ears right here,
Yeah.
you see
Yeah.
how
the transition. Yeah.
that's all hand done. Even though
Each color.
it's spray painted, but it's amazing ability that they have. And I have video of those guys doing it. It's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so
Like,
we were a bit disappointed by Etsy because I think because our products really do look like high quality, that they
Yes.
decided that we don't belong on a platform
But-
that's supposed to be
that's a whole nother
that's
issue.
supposed to
If
be
they don't want
photo-
I understand.
that's
But
supposed to be
yeah.
upholding small
Yes.
businesses and people who have a dream, and we are definitely that.
absolutely. Absolutely. And we are not on the technicality. We are not on the level of at least brain power that y'all are in regards to the technology that goes into the ears. Because when it comes to our podcast, Taylor and I, we've been buddies for a while. His wife did residency with my wife, and we've just kind of
Wow,
and
that's
so
pretty
that's
cool.
where kind of our connection. And we didn't realize that because we're dads. We're dudes to begin with, but if you listen to our, not just the YouTube version, our YouTube footprint is minimal, but our audio version, the audio version of the podcast, reaches every continent. Well, outside of Antarctica, I mean, it's international. We have been in contact with people from Japan, China, Hong Kong, every Disney park we have had a connection with, because we are very niche in regards to Disney, but at the same time, Disney is universal. Disney is universal. It transcends, regardless of credo, regardless of religion, regardless of ethnicity. It doesn't matter. It brings everyone together.
Well,
It's interesting you say that, because after we went to our first park experience, where I realized that the people participating in the ears were not masculine, we
Mhm.
decided to investigate that. And we went to Disney Shanghai, Disney Hong Kong. We went around the world, and we
Oh, wow.
noticed that the people wearing the ears are all
it's the same
people
thing.
celebrating their feminine side.
Mm.
And I mean men celebrating their feminine side, and
Sure.
that's fantastic. But what about someone who wants to be a guy? You
Sure.
know, and so yes, absolutely. This is a ears problem worldwide.
I like that.
Yeah.
An ears problem. That's your screen T-shirt. That's your. Do you have that
That's
like
my
printed
ears
on your
problem.
NHL jersey now, Taylor?
Do what?
But the thing is just as many men go to the parks.
It's
I
true.
mean, the parks are full of men and boys, and they want to participate. And, and the girls have tiaras, and they have
Yes.
crazy ears,
Mhm.
and they have couture salons where they can make princess gowns that look like
Oh,
they're
it's
from
incredible.
the 1700s. But
It's
what do the
incredible.
boys have? So let's give them something freaking cool.
We have
They
match,
can hear
we have
them.
matching
Well,
family shirts. That is
Something
it until
cool.
we got these
Matching shirts, is that what you said?
matching Disney family shirts.
Matching shirts.
Minus these. These are the bomb right here.
Yes. These are the
when
way
he went
we
to
will
the park,
stand out. Yes, please.
Little boys ran up to him and said, "Wow."
That's
And
awesome.
that's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're hoping
That's
for
awesome.
everybody to be part of the park and be like, I am the magic.
That
It's
is cool.
me.
That's the whole
That's
purpose.
so cool.
That's the whole purpose.
Yeah, man. That's it, man. So cool.
That's it. Okay.
But-
I'll let him take over.
You're good. You're good. No worries.
I know.
No worries. But
yeah, we did explore all the parks.
yeah.
Disneyland was the first time for me just a month ago, or just a couple weeks ago. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. We've actually got Paris planned for June.
Wow. So given that, are you good with your phone, Taylor? Yeah. Everything's you've got. Are you
I'm doing
taking
my phone
pictures
out.
of the
I'm taking a
pod?
picture. I'm taking a picture for the Instagram.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Because I
Everybody
don't know if
talk-
Taylor's up to
everybody
sketchy
talk
stuff.
just for a second.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. I don't know
Yeah,
what's happening
yeah.
with Taylor, but we're showing our truly professional side right here and how we can maintain conversation and stay on topic right here. So you're welcome. This is a gift for you, Eric, just so you know. But no,
Fantastic.
you're like, why am I still here? Okay, things to do.
No,
I
I just you have my undevoted time. You really
I
do.
appreciate I
And
really
I-
appreciate that.
This is a passion. This is a passion of
That's
ours.
Yes.
This is if I'm not working in my primary vocation,
Mhm.
then I'm doing this business. So all the time that I have,
Mhm.
I can totally devote to you at this time.
That's awesome. We appreciate that.
Yes.
And I am intrigued. Taylor, you had something. Go for it. No?
no, I said that's awesome.
That's awesome. Yes. I'm a piggyback on something that's awesome are your travels because I'm very jealous. We interviewed a fella for the podcast about 4 or 5 weeks ago. And if you are if you are up to speed on this, and if not, no big deal, but he goes by Nathan Firesheets. We don't know his real name. He goes by Nathan Firesheets, and he did the Global Disney Ride Challenge or Disney Rides Challenge. He did all 12 Disney parks in 12 days. And his criteria was if the
I
ride
saw
was
this guy.
operational,
Yeah.
he wrote it. And he actually, our Piddly podcast, and our reach is much wider than we expected from a year ago. Hey, 1 year, whoop, whoop. No. See, you get all the hits with us. But no, he decided to do the podcast with us. And of course, ironically, the one time, and yet again, thank you for your internet connection being stable. Because Taylor kind of glitched out for a minute there. He's kind of winking at me, but that's not his fault because that's his internet connection. But Nathan, who did that Global Disney Rise Challenge, he had just done an interview with Good Morning America, Inside Edition, all this stuff. And then he's in Orlando for his primary vocation. And he was in whatever Motel 6. I think the door's on the outside, not inside. So, a pay by the hour fun type hotel. He didn't disclose any information. I just could kind of see the sketchiness behind him. But my point being is that his internet connection was terrible. And this was he was the one I was like, oh my gosh, he followed me on Twitter. Oh crap, he decided to do the podcast. Oh my gosh, he's doing this. And it's almost like when y'all decided, when I sent you a message, I'm like, I was like, it's kind of a shot in the dark if they want to do an episode with us, but here we are. And I really appreciate you doing
the episode. Totally welcome it. And
so cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So cool. We love having guests, and it's kind of an intermix. And this literally we show up. Well, like the week of, I'll text Taylor. He'll text me like, what do you want to do this week? What's the topic? I have no idea. The night before, DDC and the changes and da-da-da, or impromptu. It's literally fly by the seat of your pants.
This is your passion, and this is my passion.
That's it.
I mean, that's and they go hand in hand. They really do.
They literally go hand in hand. I like that. I like this.
I cannot believe 12 parks in 12 days. Is that what you said? No, I'm sorry. All the parks in 12 days?
He did every park in 12 days.
That just sounds exhausting.
And ride.
He had to ride every ride that was operational.
Yeah.
And like I said, he did that interview on Inside Edition, blah, blah. Barstool did an article on him, and he kind of set the record straight with us. But right when he was kind of getting to the nitty gritty, because I had heard interviews with him that he had done on different podcasts and watched him on, syndicated this. And he's one of those puff piece stories that went around like every local affiliate. I guarantee somewhere in Chicago they did a piece on him, whatever. I think it was like a Fox affiliate. It went nationwide. And which kind of blew my mind on the scale of what we have. But long story short, which is impossible for me apparently, his internet, right when he's like really getting into the meat and the potatoes of his explanation.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And then I gave up. I tried.
When you say operational, I have to say one of the biggest disappointments was Shanghai, because Pirates was not working.
No way.
No. The one Pirates that you want to do is Shanghai.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's.
But it's a lovely park. But it's just.
Yes.
I was so glad I didn't go there for the mission of just seeing Pirates. By the way, when I was in Disney World a month ago, Tron is amazing.
And yet again, it's got to be. Now, is it a carbon copy? No, it's in Shanghai, right?
It was in Shanghai.
Yes.
I didn't ride it in Shanghai because we were more than we were really looking at like market research when we were there, just to see what people were wearing and buying. So we were kind of there more of a business purpose, but it pretty much looked exactly like what I saw in Shanghai. So I'm gonna say it's probably mirror image.
Okay. I kind of figured, but
that's very interesting that you said that Tron was good, because I've heard very, very mixed reviews on it.
You ask me. Go ahead, because go for it.
Between that and Guardians of the Galaxy, they're two totally different things.
I didn't have the opportunity to ride Guardians at Disney World for some reason. I don't remember why. But Tron is the closest thing I think you'll feel to like flying, like in like G turns and like.
Oh wow!
Basically, like when you start the turn on the ride, you want to kind of like look to where you're going in the turn, and it's just It's I actually have an aviation background, and just kind of like made me
cool.
feel. It made me feel like I was kind of almost like flying a plane
Wow, that's very cool.
in a way. And the G's are pretty strong, and
Oh,
the
wow.
initial acceleration's really fun.
Well, it's not just that, but the theming going into it.
She's back
see?
with a conventional.
That's right. His ears,
Yes.
hers ears. Is there a difference? Yes, because men's spherical objects hang lower.
True. This is
Yeah.
true. This
Not
is true.
Yeah.
And I could go into details, but I don't need to because
You
it's
don't?
obvious and right? Right? And honestly, the minute you see it, you get it. It's like
Mhm.
this is a feminine ear. And this one is it's just a little bit more, Anyway, I love my girls' ears. Makes me feel real cute and catty and sexy
Sure.
and mouthy.
Yeah.
And we want guys to be able to feel,
Manly. Yeah.
just the thing about being at the parks with your ears on, which it's such a silly thing,
But it's fun.
but
It's
the
so
minute
fun.
you do it, and I don't think many guys have felt it because they haven't had cool ears for so long. You just feel like you are the magic. Like people are like you are the ride. You are the part.
Absolutely.
And we feel like little boys specifically and fathers,
Yes.
should be able to rock this feeling. Okay.
Yes.
Checking out again.
Okay. You're good. I love the check-in, check-out. I love the dynamic. I'm like, hey, I'm here. So anyway, Eric, I don't know what your name is, but I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you what the deal is. So no, anytime your wife pops in, I'm not to be on the nose, but I'm all ears.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pun
This
intended.
came to a screeching
Nice.
halt.
Nice.
I'm sorry. That's more me than Taylor. That was more of a Taylor inspired joke. I was just I was trying to kind of improvise what he would do on the fly in that kind of situation. So, but back to
Thanks, Abbott.
You're
Yeah.
welcome, Taylor. You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Also, I have to say, the hundreds really celebrate in Disneyland, and I was kind of surprised I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in Disney World, which
They
is shocking to me.
They
in a way.
just started rolling that out because the 50th, and it took them because I think was it March 31st?
March
Right
31st
at the
was
end
the
of
last
March.
day of the 50th.
It was the last day of the 50th. But of course, because the 50th was on the grand scale, and our home is Walt Disney World. I've never
Mhm.
been to I've never been to Disneyland. That's a
You
next year
guys have
thing.
not.
Oh,
is what you're
no.
saying?
Oh, we're only Disney
only
World.
Disney World.
Only Disney World. So that's where I'm fascinated. I'm like,
L-
please tell
let
me
me-
more.
I would love to share you some things about that.
Please.
I thought it was going to be like Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a small park
Oh, wow.
where it's you can do it easily in a day. It's small, it's nice, it's quaint. And I thought Disneyland was going to be like that. I don't
Mhm.
know why I thought that, but I just did.
Yeah.
And then I get there and I'm like, this is amazing. Disneyland is huge. It's not small. It has since it's the original park,
Mhm.
it kind of feels to me that it encompasses the Disney feel the most.
Oh, wow.
Even though you kind of get that in Orlando,
Yes.
it's even more prevalent in Anaheim.
Hmm.
And I just got a really great feeling from just being in that park, and it's smaller in the sense, like when you get to the circle in front of the castle, which
Yeah.
in Orlando is quite large. I mean,
Mhm.
that's a huge area.
It's just
But-
so spread out and vast on the number of resorts, and so therefore it's going to be. I feel like that I would. I feel like I'd be kind of disappointed because of the grand scale, how the theming and how because at least in Disney World, there's no version of Disney World outside of Disney World. It's just park and maybe a handful of resorts outside of that, and I only compare that to maybe Disneyland Paris, because they have the what is it, the new Marvel New York resort
At the
you-
hotel, yeah. Mhm.
hotel. They have that going
Yeah.
on. They have a couple of those, but regardless of that, but my thing is, I would almost feel, and this is now outside perspective, having nothing to compare it to, because my immersive experience is not just Animal Kingdom. There's no other situation like that at any other Disney park, any other Disneyland-ish type situation outside of, well, there's only one Disney World. But that also, the immersiveness going into maybe the Fort Wilderness Lodge, or just Fort Wilderness, because when you get there, they have the campsite, they have the cabins, and it's so immersive. It's just such a different experience compared to Disneyland. So my thing is, it's almost kind of apples and oranges, because it's more about the resorts at Disney World, not the parks. And in Disneyland, it's just the parks.
I agree with that. And it's Disneyland, and then there's DCA, which is just right across the gate.
If you had to compare, not and not interrupt you, but I just did, so I'm just going to keep going. Apparently, no. If you had to compare at least the size of Magic Kingdom compared to Disneyland, or DCA compared to, because the theming of that seems like Hollywood Studios in a way, from what I've seen on videos.
Portion of it is, but then you have the Cars Land, which makes you feel like you're in the movies of Cars, and then you have the Pixar Pier, which has a completely different feel than it's kind of like what Coney Island always aimed to be, but it's like a really cool pier setting.
Yes,
I think they're trying to maybe mimic Santa Monica Pier type of feel.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's really cool, the roller coasters that they have, and it's kind of like nothing else that you would experience in a Disney park. It's just different. And there's one thing that's very surprising about Disneyland is the food that you get at the vendors there. Yeah. It's
I know the festivals are kind of flip-flop between because I think right now Disneyland's doing their food and wine festival. I think at this point it's almost whenever they have it's flip-flop between Epcot and Disneyland, so to speak, at least in the timing of the festivals. But of course I know I've never been, so I have nothing to compare it to.
Well, here's the thing: you feel like you need to make a reservation at a restaurant to eat quality food at Disney World, right? Or Epcot.
Yes, true.
And Space 220, I think, is probably one of the most amazing restaurants, maybe in the country.
I could not agree more. Could not agree more.
It is high quality, amazing atmosphere, literally. And but here's the thing: is that in Disneyland, you could just walk around at the different vendors that are all around the park and have really interesting food and crazy food. There's this corn dog pickle.
Time out. I don't know what's
he texted me all the things he was eating when he was in California, and I was like, oh my god, what is a poured out pickle that's filled with a hot dog that is then deep fried, and they have a side of
peanut butter. Yeah.
What?
Oh
Stop.
my god, that sounds horrible. And he's like, it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Like, oh my god.
Really? I mean, how does that? Okay.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm until I try it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll believe it when I taste it or see it, but still.
Right.
But the churros and the different types of food that you can experience there, it's really, really fun. And you don't have to have that dinner reservation, for everyone.
Needs a reservation for deep fried.
They actually have this
hot dog
entire turkey leg that you can buy as well for in the parks. An entire huge turkey leg. It looks like Jurassic Park, basically. So eating in the parks in Disneyland is an adventure in itself.
Oh my god.
Adventure. It does sound like an adventure. I haven't been yet. It sounds like I've been to other continents, but not to
Yes.
that. But yes, I will try the pickle eventually.
Yeah, the pickles on the bucket list of things. Now there are bucket list items I need to eat. Like that is a whole niche thing, like Disney
Corn dog
food
pickle.
in general. Corn dog
corn
pickle.
dog. Hot dog
Yet
So
again,
pickle
it's
with peanut
it's
butter.
it's a huge dill pickle
yes.
that they've carved out in the middle,
Uh-huh.
shoved a hot dog in it, deep fry it, and then serve it with a side of peanut butter.
And
That-
apparently
That's
it's good.
up my wife's alley right there.
She's pregnant. She's pregnant.
But
So they
before,
really
even if
they
she
know their
wasn't pregnant.
pregnant audience. Yeah.
Yes,
Even
that
before?
sounds like a perfect thing to do with pregnant. I love it. I love that idea.
Oh my gosh.
The pregnant destination.
I
Yeah.
love it. That's
Yes.
amazing.
The Disney
mean-
pickle for the pregnant destination.
I
There we
thought I
go.
was being exotic,
Love it.
Eric. I'll tell you something. I thought I was like Mr. Foodie when I went to Steakhouse 71 and the lounge right there and had their peanut butter wings. But what you're describing, oh no. I will see your deep fried pickle with a side of peanut butter. Holy cow. That's awesome. So
Oh,
yeah.
so another thing he ate is like, so in New York, there are
Yes.
these street corn vendors
Yeah.
where they grill corn and they cover it in mayonnaise.
Yeah,
and
check this
hot
out. Yeah, yeah.
sauce
Oh, that
and
sounds good.
lime, and it's ridiculously
Oh,
good.
it sounds great.
Now
Ooh.
picture that.
Okay,
Picture that. And I'll do it.
so they have that
You'll do it.
Yep.
as a popsicle.
They do.
What?
Picture a vanilla popsicle
Yes.
served on its side,
Uh-huh.
dressed exactly like street corn.
With pieces of corn.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have corn.
Corn kernels.
They have corn. They have the like the mayonnaise type of dressing on it.
Yeah.
And then spices like cilantro and
on a
other spices. Yeah, on a popsicle.
Taylor.
Exactly.
Taylor,
I have to try
I'm
that
trying
one
to. I mean, I
too.
can fathom, like literally,
gotta
I can
try it.
think of, but the combination of flavors, I'm not.
I'm
enough for my
hungry right
palate.
now.
Right.
You're pregnant, Taylor. You're pregnant. That's why you're hungry. What are you talking about, Carolyn? I don't know if you know, but Taylor, he and his wife are having their second child. When again, Taylor?
Tuesday.
Congratulations.
Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
wow.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's a scheduled C-section.
Yes.
That's it. Show your cards.
We
I
had
love it.
that.
Yep.
We had that same thing.
Yep.
Yep.
All three of my
scheduled
kids were
C-section.
scheduled C-sections too. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So.
Well, congratulations. And the good thing about a scheduled C-section is the baby's going to be okay. And so is the mommy.
Yes.
So
Hopefully.
there
It
you
was
go.
the last time it was touch and go for mom.
Oh,
So
wow.
hopefully that was during COVID. So hopefully this time will be better. But yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
The lack of words is just resounding. You know,
So,
you're
who's
ready.
that?
No, Taylor, you're ready, man. You're ready. He's ready. We're all ready, and we're team baby together. We're all team
Yes.
baby. So I appreciate that. The support is just from Chicago to Virginia, and Taylor's located in Virginia, and I'm in South Carolina. So yes, we are
Was
combined
your
now.
first baby an easy baby?
First pregnancy, yes. She is fantastic. This one, so the first Wellesley is our firstborn. She was 7'6", and they thought she was going to be about an 8 or 9 pound baby. So they took her early, and she came out. She was a little peanut. But this one, she is going to be right around 9.5 pounds.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice big old
Okay.
baby.
Wow.
99th percentile and everything. Yeah. So we shall see how that goes.
I have
But-
just to give a female perspective of this. What was most surprising to me once my baby was born was how much hungrier I was because I was now breastfeeding
Oh my.
Right.
and the baby is bigger.
We've just crossed that barrier.
And
Yep,
it's
and
like,
we're
but
here.
it's something you don't think. You think like when you're pregnant, how hungry you're going to be. But as the baby grows and you're her number one source of nutrients, you've got to come. I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night and eat
Mhm.
anything. just to keep up with her.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be hungry.
Oh
So
yeah.
when you describe that deep fried pickle, like hot dog
That'll
inside
work.
pickle, I mean,
Exactly.
she's gonna go. You get on the next plane to Disneyland and get
Yeah.
that
I don't
damn
think you can get it
pickle."
anywhere else. I really
No,
don't.
exactly. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's-
Oh, I
we got
believe
friends in California.
I don't want to mispronounce what they pronounce the popsicle corn thing. I think it's a lota. A lota palata.
It sounds
Paleta?
like the thing that you jump into near Chichen Itza.
No, stop it.
It does. It sounds just like that. That's what it sounds like. It sounds
Well,
like
I hope
cenote.
that trend. I hope
cenote.
that trend
It
will make its
sounds like
way
a
down
cenote.
south. That needs
not
to
a
make its way
cenote,
down
but it
south.
sounds
It
like a
sounds
cenote.
great. So,
That was at DCA, by the way. It was pretty cool.
oh my gosh, and I'd always the thing you always hear about at Disneyland are the churros.
Delicious.
That's their thing. That's in and I think at Disney World. Have you had the spring rolls at Magic Kingdom?
I don't think I have. Am I
Do you
missing
know
out?
You are missing out.
Apparently, you're
You are
missing
missing
out.
out.
That's what Abbott has always told me.
That is the go-to. Like that is our version of the Disneyland churro or the Magic Kingdom churros. So as soon as you hit like the main hub in Magic Kingdom, go
Mhm.
left to Adventureland, and it's only open for about 2 to 3 hours.
No
And
way.
they can only be open that long because they run out,
They run out.
and they do it. There's always a line, and
You know,
I
the,
never tried.
The restaurant that blew me away the last time
Yeah,
was Jungle Canteen.
Skipper Canteen. Skipper Canteen.
That's right. Skipper Canteen. Excuse me.
Yes. Oh, yes. What did you think of the theming is cool, but what about your
cat-
server, the jokes, yeah.
It's cute. You know,
Yeah.
it's a nice, refreshing innocence. I
Sure.
would say.
Okay,
You know,
I get that. I get that.
yeah. But the food quality is absolutely amazing.
You underestimate. And compared to your typical person, because your normal person that goes to Disney World is going to be someone from Ohio, someone from Missouri, and they only go once. If they go once or they go twice every maybe 10 years, they're going to go all out. But for me, and I'm not a foodie, so to speak, but at the same time, I love Indian food. I love Mexican food. I love anything. I love trying new things. I've traveled to Europe. I've traveled to South America. I've done different things and tried different, cultures, foods, whatever, over the years before I got married. But all that said and done, to me, to know that Skipper Canteen and they're like what is it? It's chicken because it is chicken or something. Their version of fried chicken. I forgot the name of the entree itself, but it's excellent. Or their sustainable fish. And the fact the head's on is going to really, deter a lot of people from trying it. But the fact that Skipper Canteen is considered exotic food because they use exotic spices.
Their
I couldn't believe it.
appetizer blew me
was
away.
Oh
Yeah, it's just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, there's in the theming. Yes, I love the immersive experience. That's Disney in general. But like you said, the food quality. As soon as you said that, you're ticking on my boxes here, Eric. You said Space 220. I went to the lounge back in February for the first time, and my wife and I did Disney without the kids. Oh my gosh, I was texting Taylor a video. He was working in his I think, were you charting patients or were you
Yes.
weren't in Disney? You weren't in Disney though, right? Am I wrong?
No,
or
I was
am I right?
I was in my office charting patients. Yes.
He was charting patients, and I FaceTimed him, and I'm like, sorry, we about to start the fog machine.
Oh, no,
I
it
need to do
didn't
the same
work.
thing.
That was me.
No, I'm doing the same thing. Y'all keep talking.
To see
No,
how
take
it would
over.
look. Okay. Don't leave. It was me.
No. So yeah, he
I'm not leaving.
FaceTimed
I'm
me.
doing this. This is a new. We've
Oh,
never done
that's
this on the
good.
podcast.
Yeah,
this
look at
is.
I like
Oh,
that
nice.
look.
This is
Yeah,
cool.
that is
Taylor, get up.
now I think
This is
you understand, like when it gets dark at night in the parks,
Yep.
you just light up. You really do.
I mean,
But
I'm
that
literally.
light up you can see
I'm
during the day.
I'm giddy. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I'm glowing. I'm a beacon in the night. I am just
You are glowing. Look at
look
that.
at this. Oh my God.
Honestly, I mean, just to
Wow.
go back to the product
Yeah.
for a second, it took us a while to get the
Yes.
engineering
Yeah.
where we would have the right plastics, where
Yes.
we have two different
Oh.
plastics. We have one that's for strength because the wow ears are a little
Yeah.
heavier, right? And then we have one for flexibility and comfort. And that didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight. And
Yeah.
we're really happy
Wow.
with the two options because the wows really are wow. Like watching you, it's like wow, even though I know the product, right? But the comfort, you literally do forget they're on your head. And by the way, that's why we have the pads that we include are not for added
Yes.
comfort
Yes.
because they don't
The
add
pad-
comfort. They do not add
the-
comfort. In fact, they will make you less comfortable as a full-grown adult. They are for children or
Mhm.
ladies with long, thick hair,
Got
which
you.
will make it fall. But other than that, you can do cartwheels in these. They're going to stay on your head even if they
Oh, yeah.
feel loose.
She has demonstrated that.
It's yes, it is for the children. The pads are not
Yes.
for comfort. They will not add comfort. Anyway, okay, they are
You're good.
for yes, they are for
And-
size.
So Eric, speaking of the ears being on your ears, what rides, not just your top rides, but what top rides have you worn your ears on and they stayed put?
I have to say the ears stay on pretty well. When I have been at the parks though, I didn't want to risk it. Even if I thought it could do it, I didn't want to destroy it and then not be able to, because
Right.
of the last couple months, I've been going to the parks for basically Instagram, social media, content, and so my day would have been ruined if accidentally it fell
True.
off. But I did try it on. Let me think. The Star Wars. I did all the Star Wars rides in Disneyland, and those were really they really move me around jerky wise,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
just stay on just fine. Like even like
Okay.
when the whole car
Mhm.
like moves on, it didn't really have an effect. But I didn't. She's trying to move me now, but but the I wouldn't do it like on a roller coaster that goes upside down. I just wouldn't do that.
Sure.
Yeah, but I have to think of some other ones that I did do. But like even like the People Mover, that was fine,
Yeah.
It's not really a big deal.
I got
I
you.
think
Yeah.
upside down, you'd be okay.
Like even
You
like
got it. Yeah.
on
Just hit him in the head with my ear.
That's how you.
Did you wear them when you rode Tron?
No, you're not allowed to.
Okay,
Ah.
gotcha. Okay.
So the rides that most rides
Mhm.
they tell you that you can't put ears on. You have to take them off. But that's with any ear.
And I would make that natural assumption to begin with. We did a whole episode, 10 months ago about the urban myths of Disney World, specifically Disney World. And apparently there was a young couple that tried to take their 9-month-old baby on Space Mountain with them. In our version, you've been on the Space Mountain, yes. And
That
they
is
actually
so
said,
jerky. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Can you imagine putting that in a bag like a carry?
No.
Yeah, that they actually caught them in line trying to put said baby in said bag because they did not want to do the ride share. They didn't want to separate. Yes, that is a documented. They were banned. It is a whole happened about I think 2015, 2016. I think give or take.
And
So
that's
between
why
2014 and
Abbott will not
2016.
be
Yeah.
able to go back to Disney World.
Exactly. So that's that's the inspiration for the podcast. So if you can put in a good word in for me with, Eisner, I mean anybody that works for Disney, if you know someone, hey, come on, I'm not a fraud, I'm not a charlatan. I'm just
the
somebody
question
trying to
about whether or not you can wear the ears on the rides
Yeah.
begs the ignorance of the men in the room. Because us ladies who've been wearing our ears for years know we have to take them off.
That's true.
True.
Just saying.
I'm just saying, and not just how Carolyn demonstrated in the mic. If you could pick up that mic and start talking, Eric, that would be nice. We appreciate that. No, no.
How dare you?
But no, I do not foresee these coming off at all because I can shake my head and it was
No,
demonstrated previously. No,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're now Taylor, did you have a seizure? You good, man?
No,
Like with a
he's
hat
big.
on, that's not gonna you can't really attach because you got the hat turned backwards, looking like a frat boy.
No, but you know how guys like to wear hats all the time, you know,
Yeah.
and the ears really
Well, yeah, that's a good
look.
point. So
You
how
can
is it
still
with
get
how
Here.
is it
Oh,
with the hat on and the
I
ears?
think you must not have understood what I'm saying. They literally tell you take your ears off before almost
Yes.
all rides start.
Yeah, they do.
So, as I said, it might be something that was not on your radar because you weren't
Yes.
wearing ears.
That's true.
So it's not even a question. So
Mhm.
that was my point of the ignorance of the men in the room
Okay.
who didn't know because they weren't wearing ears before.
Understandable.
So now that you know, as somebody who's always been sporting my ears,
Yes.
it's not because they think it's going to fly off. They just say, like, also before a lot of the performances, they ask you
Yes.
to take your ears off.
You know what? I don't know if you saw the Instagram video when I was at the Laugh Factory, and that that was
Oh
that was
no!
hilarious.
Oh, I'm looking.
when-
I'm at your page right now. I'm looking at it.
yeah,
Is it one of your reels? Is it a reel that you put up?
It definitely is. Yeah, but it's I really enjoyed having them on during that because like the whole crowd, like the momentum of the crowd would spool the ears up, and it's just it was just really fun.
That's really well. When I reviewed the ears, I sent you the file. I sent you the file for my review of the ears, and I did not. And it was explained in the directions, and I read that, but I had yet again, shocker, forgotten. Said detail about the voice activation, spinning and lighting up when you talk. And when I was reviewing them and looking at my own image in my phone, reviewing the ears, I went, oh my gosh. Not only should I have been in the dark, yes, that is a huge miss. Now I know going forward,
Mhm.
but at the same time,
Yeah,
that was genuine. That was candid. That was a situation where I'm like, holy crap.
well, you didn't know the product.
I didn't know the product. That is
No, you
so
didn't know the
cool.
product.
It
No.
was there's so many layers to it, so many uses to it. I know we talked about it, but at the same time, that genuine moment, I was like, oh my gosh, this is tip of the iceberg of what I can do with this. This is so
Yeah.
cool.
Our high tech ears, which is the 100, and the Hears, which hits the market soon.
Yes.
The quality of that our factory made with the charging element of it, and the fact that they put in a 3-minute timeout. So if it's
Yes.
not getting sensing any sound in 3 minutes, it shuts
Mhm.
down, conserves battery. I think
Yes.
it's huge. Because people have asked me, okay, well, how long can do these ears last on one charge? And we've been told by the factory to say 6 hours, but
6 hours.
it's no way.
But that's assuming that it's hearing sound constantly the entire
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
That's how it was tested.
That's
It was
impressive.
tested with
But I
a
would I
strong
I've-
sound for 6 hours straight.
I've taken these ears to the parks 12 14 hours, constantly
Wow.
wearing them. And even the Lesser Comfort, I shouldn't say less, the Comfort line that we have, the other 4 ears.
Yeah.
Their batteries, I haven't had any issues with them either, or replaced them, even though they're replaceable batteries. They're not
Yes.
rechargeable, but
Yeah.
they're simple to replace. But
Yeah.
I'm just really impressed with the quality that our factory has made these.
Yeah.
Um,
I would
Yeah.
say so if you have constant sound,
Yes.
they will last 6 hours.
maybe.
But with
That's
a
impressive.
I
Well,
think it might be
they
longer.
arrive with a 3-hour charge, is that correct?
I think they're supposed to be 50%
Yeah.
charged.
But
Yep.
for the
Yep.
amount of time you talk, it's going to be at least 8 hours. I think.
I don't know.
So-
Like I said, I think we made an amazing product.
Yeah.
You
I'm-
have.
I-
You have.
I couldn't be happier with our factory. I think they are an unbelievable talented company.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you now. I'll have knocked it out of the park.
Mhm.
Knocked it out
The
of
don't know.
the
I don't know if I
packaging.
should get into the point of factory since he brought
Yes.
it up. I come from
No, I wouldn't go into the fashion factories.
I found so when we started this mission, it was very important to me that we found a factory that was, well, at first we thought we were going to get bought by Disney. So it had to be Disney approved. So
Yes.
therefore it had
They
to
are Disney
have
approved, yeah.
all of the
Super.
Disney criteria of
Mhm.
humanity
Yes.
and all of that. And basically Disney did all our homework for us because we
Mhm.
wouldn't have had the resources to do it. So they are a Disney approved factory where when we went to visit, the conditions of the workers are really very good.
And she comes from a fashion background where she went to some horrible factories in China
Oh,
in the
wow.
past.
And not just
Yeah.
China,
Wow.
just all over the world.
Mhm.
And, I've seen some extremely bad working conditions, and I can tell you that not even juxtaposed to extremely bad working conditions, the factory that we have chosen, which is one reason why our product is expensive,
Hmm.
is
Mhm.
it's not bad. They don't work 7 days a week. Believe it or not, almost every factory in China works
Mhm.
7 days a week. Seven.
Jeez.
From 8
That's
in the
terrible.
morning till 10 at night. And
Wow.
except for Chinese New Year. That's right. I mean, 7 days a week.
Wow.
And they live on
Wow.
campus and
Mhm.
they live in bunks and they share rooms. And I don't need to go into any more
Right.
other than
You're
that
good.
ours are not.
Ours are not.
Yeah.
If you're a married couple, you have your
Mhm.
own rooms together.
Yes. Mhm.
People get 2 days off on a weekend,
Hmm.
not working 7 days a week, not
Mhm.
even working 6 days a week. This is unheard of.
Wow.
And for me, that was extremely important because when I visiting the factories, anyway, I want to be
Yes.
happy and I want our workers to be happy too.
And we want to be morally happy.
And I want our workers
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Peace of mind is everything. I understand.
So I've got a question
Exactly.
for y'all. How is it? So
Absolutely.
you said that Disney approved the factory. So have y'all worked hand in hand with Disney
No.
somewhat? No.
No, I don't. I don't want to misconstrue that. There's certain factories that have to have Disney certifications, right?
Okay.
And so that there's a oversight of the main corporation of Disney and these factories and their relationship, and they're responsible for certain criteria that they have to follow regulation wise, employee wise, that sort of thing. What we're saying is we chose a factory that already has that relationship with Disney and other I think it's Universal as well, but very major players within the consumer products. So we're not dealing with a small time type of factory, but one that is already vetted by major consumer products in
Yes.
the
So
US.
that means it hits humanity as well as eco standards.
Gotcha.
Mhm. That's wonderful.
And that was a very big issue with us.
Yeah.
And so,
For me specifically,
Yeah.
I didn't even want to begin with some of the things I've seen in the past. So when
Sure.
we went to that's why we actually physically went to visit our factory.
Mhm.
And I was so happy to see how the workers are working
Mhm.
and how they are living and how they have time off.
it's
anyway,
impressive. It's just
we're
impressive.
happy
Yeah.
with our
That's wonderful.
Mhm.
That's and you had me. What ticked my box was the moral standards.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
morally, and ethically. Yeah, sure, ethics and standards, but the moral aspect. You
And-
can go to bed at night knowing, you know what, this is how it should be. It doesn't
We-
have to be this way, but
We also have a wish list. A long story short, I have a slight recycling background as well.
Yeah.
So I would like to, as these products get more and more popular, supply our factory with recycled plastics,
oh wow,
possibly from the U.S. So basically, all the plastic that you see is would be a recycled product, and I would
And
I
we're
would
working
like
toward
that.
And
Yeah.
we're working toward that. And a lot of
Okay.
the plastic in our product is recycled, but we're trying to get to 100%. But we're not there at this point.
Well, it's so commendable the fact the mission is
Yeah.
there, that that's you're working towards that, and that it is an attainable goal is incredible. So that's awesome. I make assumptions a lot of the times. I try not to, but to hear that from from a business owner and given such an incredible, innovative, and just cool simply put, just cool product.
And if you look at the price tag of these products that,
Yeah.
that we've made, I think that any larger corporation that tried to make this product would really blow the price out of the water. Because I mean,
Yeah.
we're so small with the low overhead that
Yeah.
and these products are so special compared to what you can get in the park now. I mean,
Mhm.
is there sound activated lights, on any other product, that you
Oh
get,
my gosh.
you get a park? No, I mean, like, and you actually kind of realize all this, like when that sun starts going down at the park and everybody's wearing their ears, but the ears don't do anything
Exactly.
except if you have something like ours, which I think is a huge advantage because I really look at the parks come to life at night. I mean, everybody gets together for the fireworks shows, and
I mean,
it's a thing.
being from South Carolina, that's you got good. Who's got really impressive ears at night? And with these ears on, the South Carolina side of me is going to go, hold my beer. Let me start talking.
Yeah.
Anywho, but no,
I feel like just hearing you two guys talk says that we hit our mission statement, and that is that we made something cool and appropriate for guys now. Because
yes.
I am. I think the beanie belongs in 1950. It needs to go to the past. I'm over it. And I know a lot of people call me a hater for that, but yeah, because have you seen anybody wearing a beanie like with a little, that's like Leave It to Beaver. I mean, that's 1930. I mean, we are talking about references that nobody will even know if I state that, right? So the thing is you're talking about how cool the ears are at the park when the nights come on, but you don't understand is that the ladies' ears, women feel this way about our ears. We feel this way about our bedazzled ears. We feel this way about our sequin ears. We feel this way about being in the season's purple. Like, so it's so awesome to hear you saying nothing's as cool as this, because that is the feeling we're going for.
That really is what we're aiming for.
To bring that feeling to everybody who hasn't already felt that. Because if you're a lady, if you're feminine, if you're a girl, you have felt that, because there are a million ears and they're awesome. And so we just wanted to bring awesomeness to everybody else.
Well, our products, a lot of women have complained about the headband to us. Not our headband, but the headbands that you buy at the parks, that it's uncomfortable.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So, our products are for anyone who wants that more comfortable fit.
Well, hopefully if things go well, we'll have a female version, and that'll be something else, and we'll get back to that.
Well,
so let's just leave that.
We do like product development. That's
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I got that designed already. We just
that's so cool.
have to sell something.
In the fact that you have everything, you've got everything in the works, everything planned out, like you just got it. And we're honored to be a part of just said process, to be in line to just even experience your product. I could go into so many adjectives. I could describe it this way and that way, but like I said before, simply put, they're just freaking cool.
They are.
You know what I mean? They're just flipping cool.
So yeah.
There's no other way to put it.
And we're so happy, to be part of you guys too.
That was the goal.
Appreciate it.
I'm looking at us right now, and I realize that we have a world map behind us.
We do.
And how appropriate is that? Because our goal is inclusivity, to bring the world together. And just the fact that your response is that they're just cool, that's really all we ever wanted to hear. That they're like, we don't need that. Thanks.
The cherry on the top.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
you.
No, and no,
Thank you.
and like when it comes to setting up a guest for our podcast and our podcast on YouTube the footprint is not very big, and that's okay. And our point is to not try and reach. I mean, we want to reach as many people as possible. Sure, great, that's wonderful. And if we ever make money and turn a profit, that's kind of happened a touch. But at the same time, the audio portion of our podcast. Caroline, I was telling your host before, we are worldwide. We are one of the on feedspot.com. If you type in top Disney podcasts on Google, probably the first or second search, I think the second website that shows up. And I randomly did this back in December of last year, and we had only been doing this. And it said we were number 15. We've dropped 3 places in about what? Well, here we are, like about 5 months' time. Yeah, we're still 18. Yeah, we're still 18, and we're going up against. And it's not competition. There's always room for anyone and everyone. Inclusivity is the name of the game. But I'm telling you something. The fact that, like y'all, the correlation, something from nothing, and to see it like, oh my gosh, like, is it real? It's incredible.
I'm going to interrupt and go to your baby that's coming.
Yes.
So we had a troublesome baby.
Oh no, we're not going there.
Our baby would not sleep. And what we ended up having to do, because I could not get any sleep, was we put a small mattress.
We recommend this for everyone, probably.
Bed,
yeah.
And it was great. Because I
Fantastic.
had the twin mattress at the base of our bed, and I would just nurse her and then get into my bed.
We have reached
And
that new level of
because-
relationship with you guys. Yeah.
Because
That's it. We appreciate that.
so
It's
if
the ears
you
behind us.
can't get your baby to sleep and your wife isn't getting any sleep, I'm telling you, the twin mattress at the base of the bed,
Was key.
then she can just get up and get into bed, get a few minutes of sleep, and then get back into the bed with the baby. Anyway, it helped. It
was
it
key.
was a lifesaver.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
Taylor,
Yeah,
write this down.
if
Write
that's the
that
case,
down. Write that down.
yes, I'm definitely gonna tell her about that, because thankfully, knock on wood, our first girl, she was sleeping throughout the night at about 8 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
You are lucky.
I don't
Yes.
know. That's ridiculous. I don't even know.
Yeah, so
I
8
don't know what
weeks
that
she
is.
was sleeping through the night, and she still sleeps throughout the night and still takes a nice 2-hour nap, and yeah.
Ours is 8
Oh.
and still does it.
Yeah.
Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah. Oh. My daughter, my oldest son is 14. My middle is my kids go boy, girl, boy, 14, 9, and 7. My daughter, my boys can sleep. They're fine. They were born like me. I appreciate, like anybody, sleep is essential. But my daughter, she was born to party. The thing that I am scared about, like when she first got her big girl bed, because I think your daughter just got her big girl bed. She's like, she realized I have independence. I can make my own decisions. Daddy, where's my bank
You
account?
probably
Where's my
realized it
cell phone?"
before the bed.
Yeah. I had no clue, and she never looked back. It's nuts. I guarantee she's upstairs from me right now. I guarantee it's Disney hits, partying, like doing her with her ears, because we're a big Disney family. Obviously, we have a Disney podcast. But yes, so that situation I can't empathize anymore. But thank you so much for the suggestions. Thank you so much for
But you know
taking the time.
When I was young in my career, I never
Yeah.
slept, and that was
wow.
the biggest asset for me being successful.
She was in
So
Manhattan.
maybe
Yeah.
don't
Oh,
worry
wow.
that much about your
Okay.
child
Okay.
up and doing stuff.
But I have to say,
It can be an asset.
True.
on our website on
Yes.
mydreamears.com,
Mhm.
we would love to hear, like on our contact page,
Yeah.
ear stories, or how our ears, brings, slight joy or happiness to, the experiences at parks. We'd love to hear it, so if at any point, a consumer does that, it makes us feel happy, Yeah.
It'll
No,
help
and
us keep going.
No, we
That's
and
awesome.
we're here to promote. We are Team Dream Ears. We are Dream Ears. We're invested in. We definitely plan on as new product comes through, because I've seen your website. I'm looking at your website right now, and as new products come down,
Yeah.
give us a heads up, because we are
Please.
all about promotion. We are all about because people promote us and they don't have to. But at the same time, it's not about, there is no competition. It's all about what's best for everyone.
Well, our Mouse Hears product should be, like I said, this week,
Yes.
and everybody can get our products on like what you were touching on before. If you go to
Yeah.
our main site, mydreamears.com,
Mhm.
it shows you where to get it at Amazon or eBay, or our in-house. You can even buy online on our website as well.
Well, given all that, we appreciate the information. Thank y'all for taking
This-
time
Thank you.
on your weekend, your time off, your downtime. Man,
Well,
that's
only if you knew. Only if you knew. uh, but it's been our pleasure to share this product with you. It's been our pleasure to share this product with the world, really. And we hope, our products bring joy and happiness to those families, and spread the magic that people can't experience at the parks. And we really appreciate the opportunity that you guys gave us.
Hey,
Yeah,
well, thank you. Yeah, please.
What we appreciate so much is the idea of how much joy Disney brings to everybody and how much it's integral to so many people's memories. And we just wanted to be sure that everybody had a product that make them feel as magical
As they possibly
as
can.
possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we really appreciate you helping us get the word out there, because we think we're going to bring smiles to people, or at least we hope.
And we also made like I said, the Pride Rainbow Ears that,
Yeah.
where the inclusivity is really our aim for everyone, just to
Yes,
have a great
because
time.
just because you're gay doesn't mean you're feminine. Damn it.
But, whoever you are, have fun with the ears.
That's true.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Taylor,
Mhm.
what were you holding up a second ago before we
Oh,
Let's
our
hold
pride
sign off.
ears,
Oh,
because
he's holding up the box.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Ah,
Because
they come
Gay
in.
Day is actually happening, I think, on Monday.
I don't know.
Yes.
And
tomorrow.
that's a big thing, because apparently there are a lot of homeless gay youth still, because their parents throw them out, and so therefore expressing pride.
That's horrible.
It is horrible.
That's horrible.
But
Yeah.
therefore expressing pride, the more we can support people, the more that will become a thing of the past that no one ever talks about again, hopefully in the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So to live on a bad note.
No,
But
no.
it's a good note. It's a good
It's a good note. It's an important note, and it's something to take notice of, because awareness is everything. If you don't talk
Mhm.
about it, nothing happens.
Mhm.
Nothing
exactly.
happens. It all
Yep.
starts with a conversation. And speaking of the conversation, thank you for taking the time to
Yes.
converse with
Have a
us. We really
conversation
appreciate
with
it.
us.
This has been a blast, guys. Really.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
hey, absolutely. And we if we could in the near future have y'all back for future products, and
Oh, you
let
know
us know how the process is going, what's
Or
new, your latest
Just
travels,
dish on Disney. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
anything. So yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll be in touch, and we will we'll definitely go from here. But Eric, Carolyn, Dream Ears, my Dream Ears, thank you so much for taking the time. We really
Yes,
appreciate
Thank you.
anything
Thank
and
you,
everything you're
guys.
doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Y'all have a
Bye,
good
bye.
evening. Yeah, y'all.
Bye-bye.
You too.
That was awesome.
Yes. I haven't stopped recording yet.
So, yeah.
It's
So,
still
no, that
recording,
was
yeah,
awesome.
but no, that was awesome. So I appreciate that. And from here, I'm Disney Dude Abbott, and apparently you're
I'm Disney dude Taylor.
Man Duckalorian.
Yes.
Talk and show it again, because I keep talking, my ears are flashing. Show it. You talk and show it. Go.
Man Duckalorian. This was one of the Anaheim Mighty Ducks warm-ups for the Mandalorian, but they're the Ducks, so the Manducklorian.
Did they actually wear that on the ice?
Not this one, but yes, they did. I'm
It
pretty
doesn't
sure.
matter. It doesn't matter. That limited. That's yeah, that's cool. All right, man. I know you got to go, so we will
Yes.
figure it out.
Next time I talk to y'all on the podcast, I will be a father of 2.
Ugh. That sounds terrible. But hey, congratulations.
Thank you.
But no. There's more love to give, more love to receive.
Yes, that's very true.
All right, man. Well, I will say this for the record. That was the most entertaining interview I've ever had. This is pure gold.
Yes.
Pure gold. I can't
So
believe
I'm
it.
Disney dude Taylor.
I'm Disney to have it, and I'm immersed with joy. All right,
Yes.
man. We'll talk
right.
soon.
All right, sounds
Bye.
good.
Yeah, man.